Good morning. It's August the 22nd. It is, I can't tell if it's raining or just dripping under the trees. So I have an umbrella, but I'm not sure if I need it or not. It's gray anyway. I'll keep the umbrella handy and I'll decide as I walk a little further here. It's a very tiny umbrella, which is good because it fits in my pocket, but also probably doesn't provide that much coverage. Well, I guess I'll put it up just because I got my camera out here. Yeah, so it's not raining very hard, but it is drizzling. I headed downtown. Didn't walk yesterday because I was really busy with publishing stuff. So today I'm just doing a short walk downtown. I will be working. Got editing to do today. I've been doing cover design. One of my books coming out in January is called The Good Soldier, and I can print cover design. I'm working towards getting what are called ARCs, advanced reading copies, printed so they can go to reviewers. And then I've got a science fiction trilogy by Leslie Godala called The Empire of Kaz reprints that are getting close. I've got their print covers done and interiors. Still a lot of steps before publishing, but getting there. I think it will be my last releases this year. It's that trilogy as I move towards this new publishing paradigm for me, where I have to think in terms of seasons. I also have a Zoom call today with someone I've asked to be on my editorial board. I'm getting quite the high-powered editorial board. Hi, Kirk in Vancouver. Getting quite the high-powered editorial board lined up, which I hope will help me get funding in the form of grants to go forward and somehow make this whole publishing thing work. The missing piece is book sales, so buy books. Ultimately, if nobody buys the books I publish, then this will be, Catapult Press will last about another year and that'll be it. But I'm hoping with things that have been transpiring that book sales are about to increase substantially from where they have been. We'll see. We will see. Oh! Somebody's watering back there. Why is it raining upwards? There's a sprinkler. It's kind of foggy here too. Not sure this umbrella is doing much of anything. It's such a light drizzle. There's not much coming straight down. I think what I'm hearing in the way of drips is from the trees. Speaking of trees, it sounds like somebody's cutting into one over there somewhere. It's a very lightweight umbrella. I don't think it would withstand much of a gust. I got it strictly so I could have something really small and light to carry with me for emergencies. Now that we're out from under the trees, I think, well, I don't know, it's hard to say. It's hard to say if it's doing me any good or not. With the wind blowing, yeah, it's probably helping a little bit. This will be a familiar path if you've walked downtown with me before. I'm headed to Brood Awakening. Not going all the way to Everyday Kitchen like I did last week, although I did like it there, and I will go again. But not today. And tomorrow there won't be any walking because I have to drive to Saskatchewan and back. Just going up for a meeting and then coming back again. But still, that's 5 hours of driving. Pretty much eats up the day. Tonight going to go see Oppenheimer at the IMAX Theater. Kramer IMAX Theater. At my old stomping grounds, the Saskatchewan Science Centre. I was there when that the theater first opened, although they recently refurbished it. So I don't actually know what the lobby looks like now since they did that. Haven't been there since the upgrade. You can see there was a fair amount of rain overnight. So everything is still quite wet. So we go by the old Saskatchewan Government Telephones building here, now part of the Royal Saskatchewan Museum. Up Albert. It's supposed to be 27 this afternoon, so quite warm, but right now it's only 15. I'm wearing a rainproof shell, but not exactly a jacket. It's about 15 right now. Yeah, so Oppenheimer tonight, Saskatoon tomorrow. Thursday, Friday, things are sort of normal, except on one of those days I have to load up the car. I guess Friday, I'll be loading up the car to go up to Ganbate, which is a anime convention in Saskatoon this weekend. So if you're in Saskatoon, you can find me there. I'm not just a vendor, I'm one of the guests, but I will be selling books. Also conducting my 7-sentence short story workshop, which will be interesting in that venue. Interested to see who, if anybody, comes out for that. It's been very successful at writing conventions, but I've never done it at a more of a media convention like this, so we'll see. That's at TCU Place. And you know, it's a small convention. They figure 3,000 to 4,000 people might come out for it. And yet, whenever I hear that, I think, you know, the World Science Fiction Convention, on the literary side, more or less, depending on where it's located, may only get 4,000 or 5,000 people. This minor anime convention in Saskatoon will draw as many as that. And Sask Expo, Regina, coming up in September, will have 20,000 people maybe, so, and those are the small ones. Which is why I'm there. There are people there, and they do buy books, and I can usually make a few bucks. So that's my goal on this one. Make a few bucks. Sell some books. Get my books and my publishing company's books out in front of people so they know I exist. And hopefully they buy more books in the future. I mean, what's really important is that they read the books, but it's nice if they buy them. Reading them is nice too, but even nicer if I get money for them to read them. Well, at least in Canada we have the Public Lending Rights Commission, so if your books are in libraries, you get money for that if you're registered for the program. And I have so many books in print that I get the maximum amount to hand out every year, so it's a really nice check in February. First Presbyterian Church here. You don't want to walk too close to the curb when the buses are coming by. Oh, this is going to change, so I will cross here. Well, it didn't change because I was slow, but pressing the walk button, but I have a green light anyway. All right, since I came this way, we'll go down. Well, no. Well, yeah. I don't know. We'll go this way. I might walk. I might stream my walk home today, too, since I won't have any walks tomorrow. I mean, I suppose I could walk in Saskatoon, but that's not why I'm there. It's for a meeting of Sask Books, board meeting for Sask Books, the Saskatchewan Publishing Association that I'm, well, last year at least I was vice president of. We'll actually be electing what are called table officers at this meeting. So I don't know if I will stay on as vice president. It's not exactly been onerous. I haven't done a thing. Well, I did go to Pinwar and report back on that. Not Pinwar, sorry. Pub West. Pinwar was it's the Pacific Northwest Economic Region meeting, and I did go to one of those two of those, when my wife was president of APEGS, the Association of Professional Engineers and Geoscientists. We went to one in Big Sky, Montana, which was very cool, and we went to Yellowknife, which was very cool. Never been that far north until then. We went dog sledding. It was in November. Of course, right now there's fires burning up there, like there are in other places. I think they're within about 15 kilometers of the city, but hopefully they don't get any closer. They have evacuated people because of them. My brother was evacuated in Kelowna, and they're still fighting fires there, so that evacuation order stays. Not in West Kelowna, where most of the structural damages seem to have been. But doesn't mean there hasn't been some sort of damage around his house. I won't know till he gets back, I guess. And the old houses with interesting pillars on its porch there. It's still worth holding this up? Yeah, I think so. It's keeping a little bit of the rain off, and hopefully keeps the camera from getting fogged or splattered. Do you call it fogged if it's water on the lens? My feet are getting wet, I can tell that. So it's raining enough that it's going through my rather porous shoes. Over here by what used to be the Y. Is now turning into the Nest Health Center. And there is a fitness club up here I keep meaning to look into. So I could maybe get back to doing some weights. But I haven't yet because time. Lots and lots of time. I don't have lots and lots of time, that's the problem. But, you know, priorities. Weight training is important, especially as you get older, to keep body mass and strength and skeletal strength and all that stuff. So, possibly a false economy in the long run. Going to the health club is probably more important than all the publishing stuff I'm working on. The courthouse here. To Victoria Avenue, which I will cross when it makes sense because I do want to be on the other side. Could go over there to Fresh and Sweet, but or just Fresh it's called now maybe. But it's just not a one I've ever warmed up to as a place to work. Not sure why. City Hall over there. City Hall there. SGI building there in the mist in the background. There's a fence around City Hall because they cleared out this homeless encampment and now it's fenced to Well, partly to keep them from moving back in, I think, but also because of the damage to the grass. They figure it'll cost tens of thousands of dollars to repair the damage caused by that. Metropolitan United Church over there, Revenue Canada, tax people over there. I missed that one too, so I will carry on this side of the street, past the Balfour here, on the right. Coffee shop is in that white building, starting to loom on the left up there. This is the Balfour. At least when we were looking at it, it was both apartments. There was rental apartments on this side and condos on the other. I don't know if it's still split up that way or not. But there it is, with a lovely entrance that I quite like. And we get First Baptist Church on the right. I walked down here in the spring when I was rehearsing for an Easter concert with their choir. They hired me to fill it out and sing a couple of solos, which was nice. I may be doing it for Christmas, if the choir director remembers. She asked me if I'd be available, and I said probably. So we'll see. Perfect timing here. Have a look at Knoxmith there. The little scooters. They wouldn't be much fun on a day like today. And this has become bus stops because of work being done elsewhere. That's why there's no parking along here right now. It's the Land Titles building over there. Hotel Saskatchewan, where I'll be at lunchtime. And of course, this is Victoria Park to our left. Cenotaph over there. It's visible through the trees. There's a better look. That's Power Building coming into sight. The curvy one over there. Playground, where I used to take Alice quite often, but not recently since she's now a college graduate. We're near as focused on playgrounds as she once was. Hotel Sask again. It's the front of it over there. Our street takes you right downtown. We'll cross it, and it'll just be a block from the house, not the house, coffee shop. There's a windy corner here. Federal building there, kind of a Art Deco or modern. I don't know what style you call that. It's not exactly Art Deco, I don't think, but it's from the 30s anyway. I think the fountain's going over there at the Sask Power Building today. That's all new, all that front stuff. And we'll just cross this alley, and that'll be it for us on this walk. I'm only a little damp. The wind is mostly blowing it in my face, but I think the umbrella has kept it perhaps a bit off of the camera, which was the main reason for it. Probably wouldn't have bothered with it if it's just me. Rude Awakening is just over here to my left, so I'll just step under the overhang and close my umbrella, and that will be it. So, thanks for walking with me. Don't know if I'll walk later or not. Bye for now.